Hey guys, it's Eric with True Audio. In this step-by-step walkthrough, we're going to show you exactly how to install, configure, and fine-tune the UltraScape Series to deliver incredible outdoor sound. The setup for the UltraScape 10 and 12 are the exact same and both support up to 8 satellite speakers and 2 subwoofers. Today we're going to focus on the UltraScape 12 installation, speaker placement, amplifier planning, subwoofer wiring, and installing our outdoor enclosure. And towards the end of this video, we'll show you how to wire a 2 subwoofer setup using 2 amplifiers for optimal performance. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what makes the UltraScape series so versatile. Whether you're working with the UltraScape 10 or the UltraScape 12, both systems are designed to deliver full immersive sound coverage for outdoor areas ranging from 1,000 to 2,500 square feet. Their modular design allows for expansion, so you could tailor the setup to your space and performance needs. The UltraScape 10 features a 10-inch underground subwoofer and supports up to 8 4-inch satellite speakers, making it ideal for smaller scale applications or areas where a more discrete form factor is preferred. The UltraScape 12, on the other hand, steps things up with a 12-inch underground subwoofer and up to 8 6.5-inch satellite speakers. Each satellite speaker features a 6.5-inch woofer paired with a 1-inch tweeter to produce rich, clear sound across a wide frequency range. The 12-inch subwoofer brings the low end, helping fill your outdoor space with deep balanced bass, all while being completely hidden underground. Now, when it comes to power, both systems are designed to be driven by a 2-channel amplifier. We've created optimized system bundles that include the True Audio D2 for powering the system and the Vessel MS1 for streaming audio. This gives you a clean, powerful setup with everything you need in one kit. If you plan to run 2 subwoofers in your installation, it is important to note that we recommend using a second D2 amplifier. This ensures each sub receives the power it needs for full performance. Running 2 subwoofers on a single amp may cause them to underperform and can limit the system's overall low-end impact. For this training example, we'll be setting up an UltraScape 12 in a standard 4.1 configuration using 4 satellite speakers and 1 subwoofer. But later in the video, we'll show you how to wire 2 subwoofers using 2 amplifiers. With any installation, every job site is different, but the basic rules of speaker placement still apply. You want to surround the main listening area with sound to ensure even coverage. Begin by identifying the main listening area, whether that's the patio, a poolside lounge, or a backyard seating space. Satellite speakers should be spaced roughly 10 to 15 feet apart for optimal dispersion. The subwoofer should be placed near the center of the listening area or as close as possible to it. A helpful tip for subwoofer placement is if you position the sub near a wall or in a corner, you'll actually get enhanced bass performance. That's because the low frequency sound waves will reflect off of the hard surfaces, reinforcing the bass back into the listening zone. Next, you'll need to decide where the amplifier and electronic equipment will live. In some cases, you may be able to run the speaker wire back into the house to an equipment rack. But when that's not possible, we offer a weatherproof outdoor enclosure that has been specifically designed to house both the D2 amplifier and the Vessel MS1 streamer. It even includes a built-in cooling fan to keep everything running efficiently, even in outdoor temperatures. Whenever possible, we recommend placing the enclosure under a covered area and make sure it's near a power outlet. Once you finalize your speaker and amplifier location, it's time to prepare for installation. You'll start by trenching for speaker wires and digging a hole to install the subwoofer. The subwoofer can be installed in 1 or 2 orientations depending on space, vertically or horizontally. A vertical install means the hole will be deeper but won't require as much width, where a horizontal install is wider but not as deep. The best option depends on the layout and soil conditions of your project. Before placing the subwoofer into the ground, pour 1 to 2 inches of gravel into the bottom of the hole. This will help with drainage and keep water from pooling around the sub over time. Once the gravel is in place, you're ready to lower the subwoofer into position. Now let's talk wiring. For the standard 4.1 system, you'll run a 4-conductor speaker wire from the amplifier to the subwoofer. These wires carry both left and right channel signals. You'll have a positive and a negative wire for the right channel and positive and negative for the left. At the subwoofer, you'll connect each of these 4 wires to the matching pigtail coming from the sub. You'll also attach a 2-conductor speaker wire for each of those connections. These wires will carry a signal from the subwoofer to your first satellite speakers. So in total, at each connection point, you'll have 3 wires joined together, one from the amplifier, one from the subwoofer, and one leading to the satellite speaker. Once that's complete, you can continue daisy chain the satellite speakers using up to 4 speakers per channel. Each D2 amplifier will power its own UltraScape system. That system consists of one UltraScape subwoofer and between 4 and 8 satellite speakers. Begin by wiring the first UltraScape system to the first D2 amplifier the same way as previously shown. Next, wire the second UltraScape system to the second D2 amplifier in the same way. Once both systems are wired, you will designate one D2 amplifier as the master and the other as the slave. Using the dip switches on the back of each D2 amplifier, set one amplifier to master mode and the other to slave mode. The master amplifier will receive the audio signal and pass it along to the slave amplifier. After setting the dip switches, connect the Vessel MS1 streamer to the master D2 amplifier. Use an RCA cable and run it from the coax output on the MS1 to the link in on the master D2 amplifier. To link the 2 amplifiers together, use a second RCA cable to connect the link out on the master D2 amplifier to the link in on the slave D2 amplifier. With the amplifiers linked, both UltraScape systems will receive the audio signal, allowing you to power 2 subwoofers and their corresponding satellite speakers from a single source. When using a second subwoofer and amplifier, a second outdoor enclosure is required to properly house the additional D2 amplifier. Now let's get the outdoor enclosure installed. Start by attaching the 4 corner arms to the enclosure. These will serve as your mounting points. Use a drill to create pilot holes on your mounting surface. Then secure the arms using the included bolts. If you're mounting to concrete, you can also use the included anchors. Once the arms are installed, position the MS1 inside the enclosure flush against the back wall. Then reinstall the bracket, making sure the lower lid sits underneath the MS1 to keep it stable. It's a good idea to connect your power cable and RCA cables before reinstalling the bracket, as it can be difficult to access these ports once these devices have been mounted. Now that the MS1 is in place, slide the D2 amplifier into the bracket under the adjustable crossbars. Tighten the crossbars with the amplifier in place. With both devices mounted, plug each one into the internal power outlet inside the enclosure. Finally, connect the enclosure to an outdoor power outlet. Once your wiring is complete and your equipment is powered, it's time to test the system. Begin by setting up the Vessel MS1. The setup process is fast and easy through the Vessel app. For a detailed walkthrough on this, you can refer to the MS1 setup video, link in the description below, or in the Vessel knowledge base. After the MS1 is connected to your network and ready to stream, play a test track and confirm that all speakers and subwoofers are functioning properly. Once confirmed, you can begin backfilling the trenches and fully burying the subwoofer. With everything installed and your landscape back in place, it's time for final adjustments. Aim the satellite speaker toward the main listening area. You can fine-tune the angle by adjusting the speaker head left, right, up, or down, depending on your coverage needs. When burying the subwoofer, be sure to cover it just past the rubber gasket. You don't want to overbury it, as it can impact sound quality. A proper burial will leave the top cap just above the ground level, where it can blend seamlessly into the environment. And that's it. Your UltraScape 12 system is now fully installed and ready to deliver true audio performance. Whether your customer is hosting friends, relaxing on the weekend, or just enjoying their backyard, this system delivers rich, powerful sound that elevates any outdoor experience. Thank you for choosing True Audio. We hope this training has made installation easier and more efficient. For additional tips, product support, or more training content, visit us at trueaudio.com.